Something is happening at Aleph Zero. The chart looks a bit more positive, and something very interesting is forming. New projects, new applications, and especially common. All of this is in the video. Hey, and welcome to the Crypto Owl exciting chart at Aleph. In the A course and everything I just announced in the intro, let's take a look at it now, and I would say we start directly with this chart and why it is so special. I will show you now that we have a continuing downtrend in the regression channel, which looks like this. We also have the EMA lines, and something very exciting happened yesterday here in the daily chart. We saw that we bounced off this turquoise EMA line. We can see that when we zoom in closely, yes, almost bounced off, so we entered the range. At the same time, these two EMA lines have been dancing around a bit lately, but what is very interesting is that we have now exactly reached the top of this long-lasting regression channel and also bounced back. So it could be that we are coming out of this regression channel while testing this turquoise EMA line and maybe heading towards the blue one, which is currently at around 0.52. That would definitely be a positive sign, and we could make the regression channel disappear and make the whole thing a bit more positive, because it has been holding since March 15th, 2024. That's quite a long time, and we keep bouncing in this regression channel, sometimes up, sometimes down, further down, and now back up again. So it's a very exciting time here for you. You know, I'm not a line drawer, but I always have the EMA lines and the regression channel in the charts, and it actually looks quite interesting. So we can still expect something from LF. Let's look at the news and everything that's happening there. I need to elaborate a bit because the last LF video was a while ago. I know you have been asking for it in the live streams over the past weeks. And of course, when something exciting happens, and something a bit exciting has happened in the last 2 to 3 days, I am back with a video. I've been saying that all along, and it remains so. Let's dive into the news and take a look back. On October 30th, there was a bit of a hype in the community, with many saying real-world assets and also with the privacy enhance, which together with the CKOs could significantly improve the whole situation. If we have many better points regarding real-world assets here compared to other blockchains, it could be that real-world assets projects specifically become interested in the Aleph Zero blockchain because they can make better progress with the CKOs. It will be exciting, of course, when the next Oracle Supra comes into play. We are currently discussing this a bit in the live stream. If they also join in, we can say that we have a CKOs, meaning a privacy chain, a secure chain, a fast chain, and a new Oracle with Supra. Then the whole situation could definitely look positive, especially with real-world assets for LF and, of course, attracting new projects and new assets here. I'm very curious. It could be very exciting. Then they were out and about at events, and it's always nice when the project presents itself and is out at events. They were at DEF CON, where several projects were represented, and Anthony and Adam were there as well. There were also some pictures. I believe that was seen, and they are on this web-free privacy now. The whole thing also took place on November 11th at various locations. I believe it was more of a digital or, yes, it was an event where people met, but somehow it was also digital, on site. Yes, that's already positive that they did something there. And since we're talking about events, it's actually also an event that they announced their US expansion, and they have quite a bit planned. One should be very curious. The Common app also plays a significant role, and the whole thing is supposed to come in the first quarter of 2025. And yes, LF Japan and India, something will also come with a global expansion. One should be very curious about 2021. Yes, and as mentioned, Common and IDOs are working hard to be introduced to the American market. That's already very interesting because we know exchanges in the USA, like really big exchanges, we have Coinbase and Kraken and OKX, which are there with large licenses. And then we also have a few DEXs where most of the trading actually happens. If you really disregard the exchanges, because many people say they can get tokens early there, not like in pre-sales, where the USA is sometimes excluded simply due to regulations, and where projects really have to make compromises because they don't have licenses and so on. That's why DEXs are a big topic, and Common, especially with their Common update, could become exciting in the US market. Many are prophesying and hoping that perhaps a Kraken or even a Coinbase listing will come here. I am very curious, I can imagine it, especially because Kraken is currently a bit more active regarding listings. Maybe you have noticed that a bit more is being listed there, exciting, and the video about it is probably not finished yet as I speak. I said we would take a look and I became aware of it because they have a partnership with Aleph, or rather, because there was once an Aleph in the form of you walking around and collecting these tokens. I collected a few, and I wanted to show you that in a video which will come this week. I will link it for you in the info box above so you can click on it and watch the whole thing. So, regarding the tool, there will definitely be another video about it in 2021. Yes, then we come to Common, and Common is currently preparing by bringing in some things here. I find that very interesting and exciting, specifically the topic of privacy and staying private, meaning you should operate privately. Your account, your shield, and everything you have here should not be seen by anyone. No one should know about it. They have addressed this with their EVM layer, respectively. Together with the EVM app and Common, they have a lot planned, and from DeFi to real-world assets, this means that especially in the real-world asset area, LF wants to. Common is going to attack strongly. Yes, they have a lot planned. Some people have already asked Common. One of the big features is pay with card. They want to add a card here, integrating it with Google Pay and Apple Pay. I am very curious about when this will come, because as a big Nexo user, I mean someone who really uses Nexo, I naturally know that rewards are automatically applied to what I receive, and I also have a card which is here in the background. You can see it anytime down here, the small Nexo card, it's always there. And I am curious when others will join in. Of course, I also have it digitally via Google Pay, and Common will also add this option here. Overall, they have a lot planned. And there is also this, let's say, informational video. A video showing everything they have planned. A lot is in the works, and we can see it here if we let the video run in the background. The topic of privacy, which we have just seen, then the topic of cards or optimizing your yield, meaning your rewards or your benefits in DeFi, which you can optimize here. Pay with cards, there is still a lot to come. And yes, receive bank transfer, which means you can use your own IBAN account that should run through here, allowing you to receive bank transactions directly here or convert them into cryptocurrency. A lot is planned. So we can see that Common and LSU have a lot in store. CoinEx is a global cryptocurrency exchange, as stated here. They have over 1,000 listed cryptocurrencies, and you can easily purchase here via Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, SEPA, bank transfer. Everything is possible here, all in euros and other currencies. You can easily buy USDT here, but also simultaneously sell it back through these third-party providers. You can simply sell it here and easily transfer your money back to your account or your card via Visa, MasterCard, SEPA, and bank transfer. With a simple swap function, just like at a DEX, you can benefit at this exchange by easily swapping your cryptocurrency, for example, to LF swaps or others here. You can exchange Bitcoin to LF or other cryptocurrencies from the over 1,000 listed. You can also buy sports, of course, LF, but also other cryptocurrencies from the over 1,000 listed E. There is a $100 bonus when you register, plus there is also a cashback if you sign up using the link in the video description or pinned comments. There are always hot promotions and, of course, options like staking, futures trading, copy trading, all here at CoinEx. So take a look at our partner exchange CoinEx, where you can, for example, you can easily and simply buy LF and withdraw it to your hardware wallet or manage it in your Common app in the future. Let's move on to the projects and possibly new tokens that I mentioned. First of all, there's a project that I made a video about, which is already available as a browser option. And with a certain program, I don't remember the name right now, you can, for example, EVM options, so Ethereum things you can easily do via X, or you can easily send it via Twitter. And there is a partnership with Idris that also enables this with Aleph Zero. So here there is the partnership where you can send LF to your friends on Twitter, or if you are a content creator like me, for example. They could also receive donations in LF here through the function Edward with the help of the LF blockchain. Next topic, and this is now live, we probably all know Lido staking on the Firem blockchain, which covers your companies, and you receive these. So these staked Ether. And now there is this function with Ike. Now there is AZERO, where you can simply stake here by opening it when it loads, and then you can just stake your LF here and you keep it for SA, and then you receive rewards on it. So this is called liquid staking. How the whole topic of liquid staking and taxes works, I made a special video about it, especially because it came up here with the Aleph Zero blockchain, where I did an interview with the CEO of BlockPit. Feel free to check it out up in the info box. So this is a very exciting topic. Then we move on to the next topic, and that is a cross protocol and a cross protocol. This is the topic of interchain and also privacy together with Aleph. Here we have the great possibilities or the problems that we sometimes face when we want to swap something between the different layers. Also, these different possibilities, let's take Abitur as the best example, where a cross is also partly at home. You have the option when you are coming from one application, or one of these modular principles that Arbitrum also has. When you send something from one platform, it first goes back to the Arbitrum blockchain and then to the possible other DEX or platform, and all the possibilities that exist there. And with a cross protocol, it makes everything easier, and they are now also working together with Aleph Zero. This is what it looks like as an example without a cross. It runs here, where it is first sent back from the first orbit chain, then 15 minutes, and then back again after 15 minutes. So it takes a long time here. If you see my mouse, and with a cross, it runs from orbit chain 1 to orbit chain 2 within 2 seconds. We also see the advantages that a cross offers here. And these are now working together with Aleph Zero, or are now live on the Aleph blockchain. And these are all projects where many might say, maybe a token will be added at some point. Staked or AZERO with liquid staking, yes, that exists in that sense. And then we should be curious if maybe someone else will create a token for this. I'm not sure if the EDIAS token is possible. What is also exciting about the EDIAS application, I completely forgot to mention on the side, is that this applies not only to X, but also to streams on Twitch and YouTube. They want to bring a lot to that as well. So that is quite exciting. If we are already talking about the potential tokens or the projects individually, then that should be mentioned as well. So Aleph is taking new paths by bringing new projects on board and forming new partnerships that will go live with applications in the near future. The topic of the USA is currently very exciting. I believe this is a large market, and especially with Donald Trump's election, which paves the way for crypto, it could be very exciting here in 2025. I can well imagine that the first quarter will see significant price surges. If Donald Trump implements everything and introduces Bitcoin as a state reserve in the USA, I can very well imagine that we will see high prices for Bitcoin, as well as in the altcoin market. Therefore, I believe Aleph can greatly benefit if they expand into the USA. Feel free to share your opinions on all these topics and what is currently happening in the comments. Remember the free Aleph DACH Telegram group? Feel free to join. You can find the link in the video description. I am very curious to see what will be implemented by the end of the day. Actually, Aleph Zero hasn't disappointed much with the deadlines so far. But often people promised a lot and didn't deliver what they actually got at the end of the day. I think more was expected from the community side. I believe that is the better statement. A lot was expected, but not as much came as one had actually hoped. So, there were high expectations from the community, but perhaps a simpler implementation from the project or LF. This unfortunately leads to the community being dissatisfied time and again. Therefore, we hope for better times, we hope for a better year in 2025 and a better price in 2024, so that we can finally break out of this annoying downward regression channel, as I showed you at the beginning of the video, and also cross this EMA line. It will remain very exciting in the coming days, and I will definitely be involved. So in this sense, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I look forward to your comments, and I say until the next video.